Hello friends, welcome again to our YouTube channel. Today we will talk about something which is also maintained in the biography of Steve Jobs, in which it is written that he read this book of Paramahansa Yogananda, Autobiography of a Yogi, every year. And not only in films, very successful people of the world read this book and consider it to be the biggest contribution to their life's success, and that is why they all asked to read this book. When Yogi started his biography, when he wrote the last sentence, he had said that this book will change the lives of millions of people and will work as my messenger after I am gone. His autobiography shows the journey of his life, how he discovered and developed philosophies which led to he was followed all over the world. It connects the readers to the life of Paramahansa Yogananda, which he wrote in 1946, in which both his Eastern and Western world spiritual figures are described. Friends, this video is very interesting. Watch the entire video carefully and comfortably. If you have not yet subscribed to our channel, then before getting lost in the video, please subscribe to the channel and like the video. Our videos may sometimes be a little long because we are editing the video and book. We never compromise on the content, so it is important to watch the video till the end, and remember, if you like this video, then do not forget to share this video with all the needy people, who knows that their life will change after watching this video. Go. Autobiography of a Yogi. This autobiography follows the life journey of Paramahansa Yogananda and how he discovered spiritual philosophies and brought them to his followers around the world. This book introduces you to the life of Paramahansa Yogananda, which he wrote in 1946, and how he encountered spiritual figures from both the Eastern and Western worlds. Have you ever wondered what the life of a yogi would be like? How would he create spiritual philosophies for his followers? And how will these spiritual philosophies help common people like us? Your wait for answers is over today. Because today we will talk about a book whose biography of Steve Jobs it has also been mentioned in which it is written that he, Paramahansa Yogananda, this book, Autobiography of a Yogi, is read every year. And not only him, many very successful people of the world also read this book and consider it to be the biggest contribution to their life's success. And that is why they all asked to read this book. When Paramahansa Yogananda wrote the last sentence of his life, he had said that this book would change the lives of millions of people. She will act as my messenger after I am gone. His autobiography depicts his life journey, how he discovered and developed spiritual philosophies that have led him to be followed all over the world. This book to the reader, Paramahansa Yogananda, which connects people to the lives of the people, which he wrote in 1946, in which he describes spiritual figures from both the Eastern and Western world. To understand this book easily, we have divided this book into 7 different parts, in which first of all his history and family is told. After that, who were the important people he met during his journey. In the third part, reincarnation has been discussed. Then about his spiritual journey, the role of fear, the power of divine will, and in the last part, which is the most important part of this book, all the spiritual teachings of Yogananda are explained in detail. The suggestion is to read this summary very carefully and comfortably. Part 1. Yogananda's family and history. Paramahansa Yogananda was born Mukund Lal Ghosh in a Bengali Hindu family in Gorakhpur, India. He was born in 1893. His father was a scholar who had memorized many secret texts, including the Bhagavad Gita. He explains that Indian culture gives more importance to the guru-disciple relationship than anything else, because it is based on knowledge and spirituality. Yogananda's family was deeply immersed in this tradition, believing that Yogananda was an enlightened soul who had manifested himself in many forms during his childhood. For example, when he was just 2 years old, he saw himself in his previous life as a young yogi on Mount Kailash in Tibet. When Yogananda was 4 to 5 years old, most children did not talk. Then he told what he had been in his previous life. This attracted the attention of the people around him. Yogananda's father held a high rank in Bengal Nagpur Railway. His mother was loving and kind. She taught her children only through love. His parents were deeply connected with his guru, Lahiri Mahasaya. As Yogananda grew up, he continued to have spiritual experiences. He kept looking for the saints and gurus of his community for his guidance. At the age of 11, she had a vision as if her mother was telling her that she was going to die. Shortly afterwards, She dies, and this forces Yogananda to move to the Himalayas. He was convinced not to go by his brother, but he was also constantly searching for a guru who could better guide him. When Yogananda was 17 years old, he met a guru. Their name Sri Yukteswar Giri, and before meeting him, Yogananda had many visions about him. When both of them saw each other in the market of Benares, they felt unconditional love for each other. Sri Yukteswar taught Yogananda many lessons, which were difficult to learn, but beneficial in the long run. Although it was sometimes difficult to understand what Yukteswar Ji said, Yogananda embraced those moments because of the strong guru-disciple connection he had in his previous life. Sri Yukteswar explained to Yogananda many principles of Kriya Yoga, a yogic practice that helps people become enlightened. Kriya Yoga focuses on meditation that allows you to unify mind, body and spirit through breathing. Yogananda dedicated himself to mastering this practice and studying with his guru. Yogananda was also very practical and used to focus on his own studies. However, Sri Yukteswar used to tell them that they need to enjoy all its lessons, perspectives and opportunities for enlightenment while living in the material world. In 1915, after receiving a degree from Sri Rampur College, a British university, on the orders of Sri Yukteswar, Yogananda took the vow of ascetic life and was then known as Swami Yogananda Giri. Yogananda then shared his spiritual knowledge with the entire world. In 1917 he opened a school in West Bengal where students could learn yoga and traditional Indian spirituality. He first went to America in 1920, and Americans also embraced his teachings. In the same year, Self-Realization Fellowship (SRF) was established in Los Angeles to promote his ideas everywhere. After a short visit to India in between, Yogananda spent the rest of his life in America. At that time he met Gandhiji and introduced him to Kriya Yoga. Yogananda's life and teachings were so universal that he met many famous people during his life. Part 2. Their association with brokers. He met many saints, including the perfume saint, who could reveal the fragrance at any time, the Tiger Swami, who fought with the tiger and defeated him, and the levitating saint, Bahadur Mahasabha, who left his rich family to become a yogi. The author also met Shankari Maiju, a yogini who lived to a very old age, and Nirmala Devi, also known as the Mother of Joy, who spent much of her time in samadhi. Yogananda traveled to Bengal to find Giri Bala, a saint who did not eat food and with the help of yoga techniques alone, lived without food for many decades, without any disease, and this was proven by close observation. Done. His close friends also included scientists Jagdish Chandra Bose, Rabindranath Tagore, Luther Burbank and Sri Ramana Maharshi. Part 3. Reincarnation. Here the Guru is talking about the concept of rebirth. He has not used any term, but has easily explained this idea to the readers through some special examples, and has told that this thing is a fact. Most people who hear the concept of reincarnation for the first time dismiss it, or misunderstand it. Like you might hear from people, that if they come back to this world, they will be a bird. But Yogananda explains that rebirth is part of an evolutionary progression, therefore, becoming a bird would be a devolution, i.e. going back. Sometimes humans come in the form of animals, but not until they learn the important lessons of the animal world. Coming back to earth, within a body, is an important concept of the yoga philosophy, and it works with karma, which is based on a biblical concept of, as you sow, so shall you reap. Yogananda's explanation of the concept is very good. They help their readers understand why they were born on this earth, what their true goal is and how they can achieve it. Most of the time, Yogananda's efforts to transcend mortal concerns involved the management of discomfort or unpleasant sensations. Such as his efforts not to complain during long fasts, and learning how to meditate without paying attention to the mosquitoes and other insects that bite him. Yogananda was a great help in learning to focus on God, rather than on their own needs, in moments of anxiety. He realized that rising up doesn't mean completely rejecting the world, it's about balancing your enlightened mind with attention to responsibility and concern. Part 4. His learning through spiritual journey. This part discusses the lessons learned from his spiritual journey, which is the most important part of the book. Self-awareness. God is present in everything, in the body, in the mind and in the soul, We do not need to pray that we find God. God is not just around us, but He is in us. We are as much a part of it now as we always will be. We just have to improve our knowledge. Live a happy life. Making others happy by sweetening your speech and giving correct advice with sincerity is a sign of greatness. Hurting someone else's soul with sarcastic words, looks or suggestions is condemnable. He often used to say, "Be comfortable with what you have." Wasteful expenditure will only give you restlessness. Look into the eyes of your fear and it will stop bothering you. Forget the past, because it is out of your hands. Forget about tomorrow, because it is beyond your reach. Try to control your present, live right now. This is the way of living for an intelligent person. An ordinary love is selfish, it is based only on one's own desires and satisfaction. Divine love is unconditional, without limit, without change. Being on purpose and being purposeful. The deeper we understand, the stronger is the evidence that a uniform plan links all the forms present in nature. There is awareness of the human being's state of consciousness, body and breath. Their state of consciousness, which is activated in sleep, is associated with their mental, and temporary, separation from the body and breath. Their superconscious state is freedom from the illusion that our existence depends on our body and breath. Because you alone are responsible for your thoughts, only you can change them. To be in service. Some people try to move forward by suppressing others. The mind of Inan is a spark of the all-powerful consciousness of God. It can tell you that whatever your powerful mind believes in with great intensity, that thing starts coming to you immediately. The deeper a person's self-realization, the more he is able to influence the universe through his subtle vibrations. There is a magnet in your heart, which attracts true friends towards you. This magnet is selfless, thinks of others first. When you learn to live for others, they will live for you. Always remember that you do not belong to anyone nor does anyone belong to you. Think about the fact that someday suddenly you will have to leave this world, so make your acquaintance with God. Stay calm, be polite, always be in command of yourself. You'll soon discover how easy it is to get into it. Law of success. Using the power of the soul to create health, prosperity and happiness. Power of thought. You decide your success and failure according to your way of thinking. What is stronger in you, thoughts of success or thoughts of failure? If your mind is generally in a negative state, the occasional positive thoughts will not attract success. But if you think right, you will find your goal, even if you find yourself stuck in darkness right now. Willpower. Apart from positive thinking, to achieve success, you must keep working with willpower and persistence. Every external outcome is a result of your willpower, but this power cannot always be used consciously. Because along with conscious will there is also a mechanical will. You can control destiny. Your mind is the creator of everything. Therefore, you should use it only in making good things. If you stick to an idea, with a dynamic willpower, eventually a real external result emerges. When you are able to harness your willpower for constructive purposes, you are in control of your destiny. But you must always be sure, in the quiet part of you, that what you want is right for you. Then you can use your willpower with all your might to achieve your objective. Part 5. Fear drains life energy. This is one of the biggest enemies of your dynamic willpower. Fear paralyzes your life force that flows continuously in your veins. The vitality of your body decreases. Fear does not take you away from the thing you fear, rather it only weakens your willpower. Fear sends a wrong message through our brain to all parts of the body. It tightens our heart, disturbs the digestive function and also causes many other physical disturbances. When consciousness is upon God, you will have no fear, every obstacle will be overcome by courage and faith. Failures should inspire determination. Even failure should act as a stimulant to your willpower and to your material and spiritual growth. When you fail in any task, it becomes easier to analyze each and every factor, so that you can eliminate the chances of repeating those mistakes in future. Need for self-analysis. The second secret of progress is self-analysis, i.e. introspection. This is a mirror in which you can see your mind openly, which otherwise remains hidden from you. Examine your failings and sort out your good and bad tendencies. See who you are, what you want to become and what shortcomings are standing in your way. Creative power of initiative. What does it mean to take initiative? It is a creative potential within you, a spark of the infinite creator. It can give you the power to create something that no one has ever created. It inspires you to do the same things in a new way. Obviously, if you understand the power of taking initiative, creating something from zero shows that what seems impossible can be possible. See the image of God in all humans. Many people find excuses for their mistakes, but judge other people badly. We have to change this attitude by forgiving others, and by examining our own failings and removing them. Habits of thoughts control everyone's life. Whether success comes early or late depends a lot on one's habits. These are not random inspirations or brilliant ideas, as much as your everyday mental habits control your life. Your habits of thought are magnets of the mind that attract certain things, people, and situations to you. Good habits of thought attract benefits and opportunities. Bad habits of thoughts attract you towards pretentious people and unfavorable environments. Part 6. The power of divine will. Divine will has no boundaries. It works through all laws, known and unknown, natural or miraculous. It can change your destiny, move the dead, turn mountains into oceans and create a new solar system. From the ocean of abundance. As all power exists in the will, so all spiritual and material gifts flow in infinite abundance. To get all these gifts, you have to uproot the thoughts of limitation and poverty from your mind. Universal mind is a perfect mind, which has no shortcomings. To access that never-failing supply, you must maintain an abundance consciousness. Even if you don't know where your next money will come from, you have to hold on to your courage. When you do your work well and leave the rest to God, you will see that strange forces will come forward for you and your wishes will be fulfilled quickly. This abundance confidence and consciousness is achieved through meditation. Method of meditation. By being in a constant state of business, our minds become stressed, and we become disconnected from our higher consciousness. Meditation is like a drain. It gives us the opportunity to open up to our negative emotions, so that we can release them. It may be a little painful, but sitting with negative emotions is the best way to heal them, to eliminate our fears, to release the beliefs that hold us back in life. With the power of meditation and mindfulness, you can direct the never-ending power of your mind to achieve what you desire and close the doors of all fear. All successful people give great importance to deep concentration. They go deep into their minds to find the right solutions and face them. If you learn how to turn your attention away from distractions and concentrate in the right place, you will also know how to attract what you want. Success is measured by happiness. Consider whether the goal you want to achieve will also help you achieve success. What is success? If you have both health and wealth, but you have problems with yourself and everyone else, then you are not successful. When the money goes, a little part of you goes. When health is lost, you lose something that can have more serious consequences, but once you lose peace of mind, you lose your greatest treasure. Put God's power with your efforts. Release what you already have for creative purposes, and more will come from it. Continue on your path without wavering, using all the qualities you have for success. Align yourself with the creative power of your spirit. You will come in contact with the infinite intelligence that can guide you and solve all your problems. Part 7. Energy is a creative force we can harness. All life is energy. It is the thing that moves the planets and fills us with life to go to work every day. Energy is the most powerful tool we can have. Everything on the planet is constantly growing to achieve some goal. When a person does not develop the practice of meditation, then he becomes a puppet of the subconscious. A person who has control over his mind realizes his infinite power to harness and bring about change. When we meditate, we choose joy in every situation and spread love and positivity all around us. Thanks friends. I hope you like this summary. I hope that by adopting all the lessons of this book in your life, you will be able to live your life in a better way. I hope you have liked this video. I hope you will be able to live your life in a better way by adopting all the lessons of this book in your life. If you have not subscribed to our channel yet, then subscribe to our channel. Like the video, and also comment. This increases our motivation. If you feel that the video can help others in life, Then share it with everyone. Soon you will get more better videos. Thank you so much.